Hello YouTube, this is Dark Emissary 617, and for quite some time I've been holding on to this figure for a special, very unexpected review, because I don't normally review these kind of toys, but I felt like today I kind of want to reveal this thing I've had for some time, because I was going to do it sooner, but I decided to do it now, because I wanted to show off this new nice figure I bought online. From eBay, I got a hold of an incredibly rare and exclusive Japanese figure that I've always had a fascination for. This is, of course, the Kamen Rider Verde SH Figuart, or as I prefer calling him, Kamen Rider Camo. He's from Kamen Rider Ryuki in Japan, but in America it's known as Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. So, this is the box for him, and you can see on the front, this shows Camo, or Verde. I prefer calling him Camo, because it's just a more fitting name, and Verde is, in my opinion, not a very good name. It's just green, it's just a Spanish word for grain, not very creative, to be honest. So it has a very nice artwork on him. Now, this figure was unfortunately one of those exclusives to Japan, because he was kind of a minor character who only appeared in this movie in Ryuki, and didn't even appear in the official show in Japan. So he was an exclusive for just to play it safe. Here's the side, and he was a very expensive figure, usually like 60 bucks. However, I got lucky on mine and won it on a bid auction on eBay for only 40 bucks shipped. So I say I got very lucky with him. I really like the Dragon Knight line. It's just, they were so expensive, and the only one I wanted to get a figure for was Camo, because I'm going to show you I have his Figma, which wasn't as good as I wished it were. Showing off on the back, you have a lot of Japanese text, and a lot of things that talk about his many abilities, like the Advent and the Hold Vent, which I'll show off. In the box, because I'm not really going to pull them out, because I don't want to lose anything, it's kind of like some hands, and you got the cards he uses, like Hold Vent, Clear Vent, and of course his Attack Vent in America, but it's just called Advent Japan, where he summons his Contract Beast Biogreza, and his Final Vent card. And in here, for some reason, had like 3 Advent decks? I'm not sure why he had 3. So that's kind of weird. I mean, some is cool for like individual display, but I don't know why 3 different decks. But anyways, here's my Figuart for Camo. I gotta say, he looks nice. I love this Figuart. He just looks so good. He's so clear with the paint and very fancy design, and he's based off the motif of a chameleon, which I love chameleons. He has the swirls, the spirals in red, these spiky shoulders, which are a resemblance to like the spiky noses chameleons can have. And his eyes have this mesmerizing like look, like a chameleon's eyes. And in the middle, you have the Camo Advent deck inside his Kamen Rider belt. And here's his Bio Visor, as it's called. That's how he activates all the cards he plays in the show. And he has so much nice detail. This green looks so nice in the metallic color, and the red complements it so much. And you can get a look at the back with all the nice details. It's like all silver at the top of his head. For the articulation, this is why I love Figuarts, because they have lots and lots of articulation. Like, the head can move left or right, it can move all around on the ball joint, and the shoulders are also on ball joints. The shoulders can also rotate a bit, and are very nice. You also have this weird shoulder joint where it goes all around, like universal in there. You have like double jointed elbows, which also have a bicep swivel. The arms can move upwards with a forearm swivel, and the wrists can move all around as well. He has ab crunch and waist joints, which is very nice. that go all around with ball joints yet again. His hips can go forwards, back, and sideways. You got the foreleg swivel kind of thing, and he's got double jointed knees. And he's got ankle articulation that goes forwards and back. Not so much all around, to be honest, but not bad. Very good ankle joints, though. And he has toe articulation. So overall, it's a very nicely articulated figure with lots of nice details. To quickly get it out of the way, here's Kamen Rider Camo. Sorry about that. The Figuart of Camo with my Figma of Camo from the Dragon Knight Figma line. And you can see quite the difference. The camera most likely does not show off what I'm talking about, but there is quite a difference in the paint and the details. He just looks so much better on the Figuart than the Figma. So, another thing I didn't like about my Figma was that the shoulders also move, but they kind of came off very easily, like so. They were on like little ball joints, and they came off very easily, and I was very upset because he was my most hyped up Kamen Rider in that line. So, he's very nice looking. To show off some of his options and what he could do, first of all, you can, like, in here, his Biogreza, you just kind of go in there and pull out that part, and then you can insert this little string here, which is a bendy wire, so that you could just attach it in there. And it has the card that just slides in to emulate when he activates a card, and it slides into the Biogreza, which is very nice. He also has, I put this hand on early because I wanted to show off the hold vent, which is like a little yo-yo. You have one that's not attached to the bendy wire, and another one that's just the piece on its own. So you could just display with him holding on to the yo-yo, like so. But for his main overall attack, you just very carefully remove the hand as it's very tight, and you attach the other arm, like so, and just attach that in. And now on his left hand, which apparently I guess he's left-handed because, believe it or not, in the box there is no right hand for him to put in the hold vent. You have this, so you could pose it all around, which kind of backfires, to be honest. It's very bendy, and believe it or not, it's even bendier than the Figma one, which is very problematic in a way. And it's very flimsy and top-heavy because of the yo-yo, so you can't do many good poses with them. I mean, you can do a couple if you get creative, like, you can kind of get him, like, on the ground, so he's, like, walking the dog, like a yo-yo trick, but, so, yeah, that's kind of what he does. And, overall, he's a very nice figure. I just wanted to show this off because I just love this figure very much, and I feel like Kamen Rider is seriously underrated because it kind of has a bit of an infamous reputation for being called a, dare I say it, Power Rangers ripoff, which unfortunately is very common here. No pun intended. But if you do ever find this online for a good price, like 40 bucks or so, I definitely recommend it. He's certainly not worth 60 because he doesn't have much function to him. And he was a very short-lived Kamen Rider. So short-lived that in the US version, he actually lasted longer with more US footage because, like I said, in Japan he only lasted for the one movie and kind of died pretty quickly. While in the show, in Dragon Knight, he actually lasted for like 30 episodes, which is actually more. And he even appears at the end in the final battle against Xaviax, but that's kind of for the show if you want to see that. Anyways, so that's my special random review, if you will, on my SH Figuarts Camo, Kamen Rider Camo, or Masked Rider Verde figure. This is Dark and Mysterious 617 signing out.